Welcome back to Everyday Diesel. Standing in my shop right now, but I won't be for long. Hoping this ends up being a good one. Going to introduce to you guys my buddy Zach's race truck. You've probably seen it in a couple of videos, a couple of recent videos. I've put a couple of his passes in my videos, but I haven't talked about the truck much. And it's a pretty unique setup as it was, and he's doing a ton of work to it as we speak this winter to get ready for next winter. It is a 670 truck. Gonna go over to his shop now. It's about 10 or 15 minutes away from my place, and we're gonna talk about it and film some stuff. I don't even know what exactly he's working on today, but I'm gonna kind of jump in the middle of it. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be like a start to finish build series on here, which would have been cool, but it's just hard to find the time to, never be home and go film over there. Plus he gets a lot done and he gets it done quick, so I can hardly keep up. But gonna go over there, check out the truck. I'm gonna insert a couple clips here of it running this year, 2025, in ODSS in 670. He raced it in ET and in 770 and 670, kind of all over. We're gonna go over here in just a few. All right, made it to my buddy Zach's shop, and here is his 670 race truck that we're gonna be working on today. Gonna go around this a little bit and show a little bit of what he's done already since the end of this race season. It is on a massive diet. What did it weigh before?
5420 without me in it.
All right, we're trying to get down in that sub 5,000 range, which it will easily be in that range. Brand new 5-inch on-3 intercooler that he recently just fabbed up. The radiator is being moved into the back, and it's getting a fiberglass full front clip. It's also being back halved, which is what we're filming today. I'm gonna get some time lapse of that. We are getting ready to cut the frame off. It's getting a Fire Punk 4-link kit and a Fire Punk sway bar kit put in it. Like I said, the radiator is gonna be in the back. It's basically getting completely reworked. Now, this truck he bought at the beginning of this year. It was already kind of a race truck, but it was kind of sloppy. One of the big things was it was not caged when he got it. That was the first thing he did, was put a really nice, pretty much an 850 cage, or at least it will be an 850 cage when you're done with it, right?
Yeah.
It was a factory OBS. Well, actually, let me back up a little bit. There's a unique thing about this truck, and you may have already caught it if you're paying attention. So this is an OBS Ford on a 2nd gen Dodge chassis. So kind of unique, 12 valve setup, obviously. I think it's a 98 or a 99 chassis. And So it had an OBS interior, dash, and just a gutted interior. And he ripped the dash out and built his own, along with the cage and a Kirky and a way overkill monster truck seat. Full manual valve body, switches. This thing, it got pretty well upgraded right when he got it, before we even went to the first race, which was UCC this year in 2025. As far as times it's run, it's been kind of all over the place. Haven't really been able to get it set up perfectly yet. It is going to be a 670 truck, but it's been 850s and it's been mid 6s. So it's all over the place, but we're looking to be very competitive in 670 for 2026. And yeah, hopefully we can do that. Before the frame gets chopped, we gotta shore up this body and make sure, or get rid of these custom mounts. Here's the outriggers for the rear, or I guess the B pillar of the cage. And gonna be cutting it right behind that and get rid of all of this. One other thing they did, which I didn't even realize until he just explained it to me today, but this must have been a extended cab long bed second gen, or it was that. And this is a extended cab short bed. I know the bed's off of it, but short bed OBS, and they cut the frame. They cut the frame and shortened it to fit the OBS cab, which is not a big deal because we're gonna cut in front of their shortening. It actually is gonna work out perfectly. And that's where the 4-link will start.
There's going to be pieces that'll cap the end of the frame with the tubes going in it. They'll come back to the 4-link brackets, and then we'll just build some tubing out from there for the tank, the puke tank, and the battery box. Then we'll have our down bars coming out of the back of the cage, and put some drive shaft loops in it. Then obviously all our coilover mounts and tabs for the fuel lines, brake lines, and all our battery cables running to the front.
Yep, so pretty much everything will be custom made from underneath the cab back, with the exception of the Firepunk 4-link kit, which is also, I mean, custom too. The only thing that they're supplying is the bracketry for the axles, the bars, and the heims, right?
Yeah, and the frame mount and sway bar mounts for the frame, and the links for the sway bars.
All right, say goodbye to this frame. About to cut it off right now. And then one of us has to stand up on a bench and lift it up and weigh it.
Yeah. Take 2.
Pretty uneventful. Okay, that was easy. Well, we won't talk a whole bunch about the sectioning job they did, but we're cutting it out, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, it's been a couple weeks since I've been over at my buddy Zach's shop. Beginning part of this video, we introduced this truck to you guys, and also at the same time, it's kind of undergoing quite a big transformation. It's being, as you can see, if we didn't already say it in the beginning of this video, back half, and he's gotten a lot done in the past couple weeks while I've been gone. In the last couple clips, you probably saw the frame getting chopped off. For those of you who don't know what back halving is, it's essentially you're cutting off roughly half the frame. In this case, up under the cab a good ways, and you're building tubular chassis out from that so that you can get rid of factory leaf springs and so that you can run a 4-link and coilovers and have a ton of adjustability, which we'll show you all that here in a minute. There's still a lot to be done on this, but a lot of what's needed to be there is already there, so. Making the brackets for the fuel cell and the very large crankcase vent slash diff vent slash fuel cell vent. So this is going to get 2 more down bars that come off the top of the cage, right, and come through the window.
Yeah.
And then where do the top bars tie into the frame?
Right here, which is right
Like
where the
straight down into here?
shocks will be, coilovers.
But then aren't you coming up with more tube this way and going around?
Protect the tanks.
Will that come off of those down bars?
Yeah, so that down bar
Or will it
comes
start
in,
over here?
Then it'll radius down, and then this bar, halo bar around the tanks will connect right into it and wrap around.
And it'll match this radius and all that. Gotcha.
Little bracket, and that's where that lift pump will sit.
Okay, the air dog will be
Yeah,
be
so-
hanging down.
The line will come around the supply
Right.
and then go right into it.
Gotcha.
I'll make a little,
And that way you can pop under here and do your filters and
yeah.
whatever else. And that way everything's out back. Air dog, battery, fuel cell, vent, tank, puke tank.
The only thing that'll be forward of the axle in the back will be the radiator and transcooler.
Right. Yeah, this is getting a rear mount radiator set up, which that'll probably be in another video, like an update video when this is all done. But the radiator is going to be back here, along with the trans coolers as well. That freed up more room to be able to run this big 5-inch intercooler up front. You can see already got the dash 20 fittings, which will both for the thermostat housing and then the lower by the water pump. Both of these will be fed straight back along the frame. That dash 20 stuff is pretty outlandish and expensive. I don't know why they gotta be so rude. Okay, I'm going to end this video off here. There's probably going to be a part 2 on this because there's plenty more work to be done on that back half on Zach's truck, and a lot more that we want to show you as well as testing. So I think I'm going to do a part 2 where he's finishing up the fabrication and some stuff. I don't get over there that often to be able to film a whole lot, so it's kind of hard to make like a really thorough video. Just is what it is. Let me know in the comments if you guys like to see more of Zach's truck. It is pretty sick. Hopefully one day we get to do those kinds of things to this truck as well. Real quick, I'm just doing some odds and ends. Nothing really that I'm filming, but currently fitting my bumper again for some new brackets, melting pistons. Trent over there, he sent me out some new brackets for 2nd gen bumpers, quick release. I kind of have my own little hillbilly setup before, but he makes these really nice brackets. He's made them for 3rd gens for a long time, and he's now making them for 2nd gens, and I'm testing out a set for him, and so that's gonna be a lot nicer than what I had before. And I got my turbos ceramic coated. Not sure how good you'll be able to see it in this video, but got the exhaust housings ceramic coated. So not a whole lot going on my race truck. Been kind of just, you know, dealing with the winter and doing little odds and ends here and there, but soon stuff will be ramping up on this because we are going to be doing a cage and a few other things before UCC. We still got time. UCC is in June, first weekend in June. So anyways, thanks for watching this. I'll see you in the next one.